Well, we're little road trip, little adventure to go pick up a lantern. Hey, big surprise. By the way, I'm trying to grow a beard here. It's not doing too well. Um, yeah, so it's about I don't know, close to an hour, and it's right up near Lake Ontario. And that was part of the reason I decided to go get this lantern. It's very cheap, so I'm gonna go up there and then I'm gonna go take a look at Lake Ontario. Maybe it'll be near sunset. So we'll see. I don't get up to the big lake all that often because I live in the middle of the Finger Lakes. I have all the lakes I need, but Lake Ontario's interesting because you can't see the other side. So that's why it's appealing to us. Well, I'm out here at beautiful Lake Ontario. I'm at the Ontario, New York Memorial Park. It's a little harbor here, and there's a whole bunch of ski-doos just went out on the lake. It's so weird to be driving out onto a lake where you can't see the other side. I'm just so used to my Finger Lakes. But by the way, look how smoky it is here. This is the wildfires from Canada all drifting down. There's not a cloud in the sky anywhere out here. Oh, geez. Hey, how you doing? But very smoky. Here we are. I picked up a lantern, a nice little Supreme, Embry Little Supreme, in great shape. And I'm gonna look around. I got the 35 millimeter with me, and we'll snap some photos, and then we'll head back home and take a closer look at that lantern. What do you say? Another glorious spot along Lake Ontario. You can see we're getting close to sunset here. It's still not a cloud in the sky, and you can just see, I mean, there's barely enough light for shadows with all the smoke in the air, but it's just beautiful. It makes the sky freaking beautiful. So, and then this whole park is great. One of the widest trees I've ever seen in the state of New York. Look at that thing. Wish I had something I could put next to it for scale, but you gotta take my word for it. This thing is gigantic. Holy moly. Well, that was a nice little excursion up to Lake Ontario, a short drive. Don't get up there often. So yeah, we had some beautiful scenery, great sunset. I took some great pictures with my Nikon. And now we're headed home. So we have a lantern and some good memories of a nice little drive, and great little town, that Pulteneyville, New York. Beautiful little town, gorgeous, really small homes right by the water, but really nice, majestic, small homes. I'll drive by more now. And orchards everywhere, apple orchards for miles. Beautiful. What a great smell. All right, headed home. I'll see you back at the lab. All right. All right, folks, we're back from our little venture up to Lake Ontario and watched a beautiful sunset. So we went and got the steel awl for inside the tanks. I did get some tank weld. I was looking for a different manufacturer of this putty, epoxy putty. But I saw the JB Weld had a version of it, and it's very inexpensive. So what I'm going to do is, these holes I think are just going to be too big for that seal all. I want to make sure that these holes are patched before we put that seal all in there. So let me just figure out how to blend this stuff together, and we'll patch that up. All right, so it says to cut off a desired amount of putty and then blend it in your fingers. We'll try this much in case it disappears down inside there. All right, so we got our slice of stuff. Real quick, before I knead that together. A little acetone on there, and that'll dry up by the time I get this kneaded together. All right. All right, that looks uniform. And I think I got too much of it, but that's all right. We're learning how to do this. All right, that's on that spot. I want to make sure that this does not go up above the rim here, so it doesn't make this thing sit funny. I was working on another project that I just put JB Weld all over. I'd rather work with the putty. Okay, good. This water is letting me smooth it out good. Okay, that won't go above the rim, which is great. So, like I said, these are the two giant holes on this thing, and we're going to get the rest of the holes from the inside. So we'll see how this stuff holds up. But, I mean, even if it doesn't hold up all that great, we're sealing the inside too, so. All right. So, we will continue this tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to come up just like... Okay, so we got her all taped up. By the way, I got my appropriate globe for this baby. Dietz number 40. The other cracked up one was an Embry. That's pretty much exactly the same, a little bit darker, kind of a ruby red color, but this is no cracks. And that was a very good deal. So we got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dump about a ½ ounce of acetone in here, swish it around. Then I'm going to throw about a ½ tube of this in and slosh it around. Got my trusty can here. I'm going to bring this over to the edge because I don't want to spill this all over the place. I'm not going to put a whole lot in here because I don't know why. All right, I'm starting with just a little bit, and we're going to look and see how it does on the bottom. Oh, geez. Okay. That pinhole did not seal. All right, I gotta do this so we can. Neither did that one. Son of a gun. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I just poured it right out. Oh. Nice finish to the oil, or finish to the cutting board now. All right. Well, yeah, this really didn't do any good at all. Okay. So, that answers that question. Let me pour this fuel back in here. Right. So, in conclusion, ladies and jelly spoons, so I'm seeing around this pinhole looks to be some dried up sealant. So sealant came out of it, but didn't seal it on the inside. So maybe I had to thin down. I thinned it down too much. I see them right there. I'm going to try to solder those, I think. Why not? This thing is soaked with kerosene. I'm going to put an open flame to it. That makes sense, doesn't it? Actually, you know what I'm going to try? I'm going to try to tank weld. Why not? I already put some on the bottom, and that was holding fluid. So, you know what? Why not? And it's a dark color, which kind of matches this area here. Why not? This is it's a trial and error channel. So we're gonna try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll try something else. That'll be another video, right? So we're gonna try this tank weld, and I'm gonna put a little acetone on this stuff. Just clean it up a little bit. It doesn't require it. Oh, look at that. It takes the marker right off. I'm not going to need much of this at all. It's far more than I need, but hey. This is a JB Weld tank weld. It's an epoxy putty, and it's inexpensive. You only mix as much as you need, and that's what I like about it. I'm on now. There we go. Okay. Like a little bit of fuel coming out there still. Still got a little time yet before this stuff starts to set. So this lantern didn't cost me much. So if this is going to be my guinea pig to try to learn how to do some things, hey, yeah, this isn't going to work. This is starting to set already. It's losing its elasticity. Yeah, that ain't going to work. All right, so we're going to let this stuff cure, and we're going to try.
Okay, so we'll let that do that. And we'll be back at it. We'll wait an hour and we're gonna put fluid in it again. All right. All right, well, this traffic guard is really being a pain in the butt. That seals all attempt didn't do a darn thing. All these pinholes are still open, and I've been soldering them, and I didn't film it. And these are some big globs, and I kind of went a little nuts with a Dremel tool, and I'm gonna go to I used a sanding disc, go down a bit to a less aggressive but still aggressive tip to kind of smooth these out a little more. Because I just want to get this baby fired up, because this thing's just being a pain in the butt. Right now there's no leaks, and I've been turning it and turning it and turning it with some fuel in it. No leaks so far, but I want to make this look a little better before I throw a little bit more kerosene in there and swish it around and see what happens. All right, well, I gotta wipe this down, make sure that that's coming out of the filler cap and not a hole that I missed. Give it a little test here. Make sure we're all wiped down, no wet areas showing. All right, I found a spot. Okay. You know what? Why not? I am committed. I'll cover this whole darn thing in solder if I have to. I mean, this thing, I bought it as junk, and this thing was sold as parts. And I thought I'd resurrect it. And I made it nice for display, but for some reason, because this is my only traffic guard, I want to fire it up. Why not? All right, so I fixed up that area a little bit more. Now I'm testing again for any leakage. I think I got it. I'm checking for some high leaks, and where's it coming out of? Okay, gonna try more fuel now. You can see just how much solder I had to grind off there with the Dremel. I mean, it was a hack job. It looked pretty bad. All right. Let's go more fuel. Nervous. All right, there's enough in there to slosh now. I'm gonna pop this baby in. Let it do its wicking. There we go. There, that's what we want. Yeah, for some reason this bayonet does not want to go up. It'll go down. Well, yeah, it will, but I don't want to make it go too far. I got to grab it out of there. Okay, we'll do it like that. Yeah, that's good. All right, so we'll let the fluid do its wicking. All right, let's light this candle. What do you say, folks? Oh, jeez. All right, come on down. There we go. Okay. We'll have this facing out right by the success. Let's turn out some lights here. Who has a number 40 without leaks? This guy. All right, she burns again. She may be a little ugly, but she's burning. She has had a world of problems. I'm taking pictures while I'm doing this, in case you're wondering. Cool. All right. So let's take a little look around here. Okay. And on this note, folks, this has been crazy. There's been a crazy thing trying to learn about tanks and how to, the whole thing. And glad you're on this journey with me. I hope you learned something, because I certainly did. Oh, and before I forget, the reason I went for that trip up to near Lake Ontario there was to pick up this. It's a little number 150, little Supreme. Right there, so you can see your flame. Pretty cool. So this will be a future project. Ooh, I might be able to borrow this for something. This is why we went on that trip, was to pick this up. It was cheap, and since it was near a nice photographic area, thought I'd go get it and then go take some pictures, and that's what we did. And till next time, folks, don't you go change it. Who has a number 40 without leaks? This guy.